Greetings and salutations. Second Star right back with more Raid Shadow Legends, and you are not seeing double. Yes, I'm doing another Hope video because with patch 2.2, Hope, who is always a good champion, has become an awesome champion. The buff that with 2.2 made her just a lot stronger. And she was pretty strong before. Let me rephrase that. She was effective before, and now she is just a strong control champion for arena and dungeons. One of my favorites right now, and I'm not even kidding. I used to be a detractor of the arena, not just because it was really difficult. You know, Silver 2 was insane with powerful opponents, but it's just there were certain teams I couldn't beat no matter what I did. I just did not have the I didn't have the control required to get past a lot of these teams. Right? They were just it was too hard. They had, there was too much good symmetry between champions, and I had to avoid a lot. You know, Duchess, Krisk, I shied away from a little bit. Roshcard was just kind of a hassle with the champions I have on this account, because I didn't have Crypt Witch, I didn't have whatever. I didn't have, there's stuff I didn't have counters to these. Hope counters all that. She literally is so good that I am not afraid of any arena team anymore. I'll go and I'll fight anybody. I don't care. I'll give it a shot and see what happens. So let's go in and I'll talk a little bit about why she's such a good control champion. Alright, let's go in here. If you saw the other video, this part will be a little bit redundant, but just bear with me. Sequester attacks an enemy with a 30% chance of placing a block buff for 2 turns. Okay, good. That's a fine A1. Nothing wrong with that. Hearten increases the duration of buffs on all allies by a turn, and then places a shield buff equal to 25% of this champion's hit points on all allies for 2 turns. Okay, so that's 25% of Hope's hit point pool. So you can stack hit points on there, and you can see how big you can get this shield if you wanted to. Especially if you book it, you get an extra 20%. So you're getting a 45%. Well, it might not work like that. It might be 25%, and then another 20% on top of that. I'm not sure exactly because you can't really read the numbers, but regardless, it's a big shield and it's noticeably large and it's awesome. Really strong skill. And then increasing the buffs that are already there by a turn is also amazing. It increases, you know, you got your attack ups, you got your counterattacks, increases counterattacks by another turn. It's awesome. Okay. The key skill here though is Holy Storm. Holy Storm attacks all enemies. AoE with a 50% chance of removing all buffs from your opponents, which is an awesome skill. There's only a few champions that do this, right? And 2 of them are Void. So I'm talking epics, right? There are a lot of legendaries have it, but you know, you probably don't have those hanging out, you know, in your vault. There's a bunch of rares that have it too, but the application of which isn't, you know, there's not removes all buffs. It's like might remove 1 buff from all, like Banshee does it. And Banshee is a pretty good rare to use for that. But I'm talking removing all buffs from the entire opposing team. It's only Seer, which does it by doing damage, and it removes all of your buffs as well. Madame Saris, who was just stupidly awesome, and I cannot get. It's become the stuff of sad poetry that I can't get Madame Saris, besides the hundreds of void shards I've spent trying to get her. And Sakara does it too, but she does it kind of in a weird way where it's like she has a 3 hit, then there's a 40% chance of taking 1 buff off, so you could conceivably get all the buffs off, but maybe not. Hope is just very straightforward. Just, I'm taking all of your buffs and they're gone now. Enjoy being devoid of all buffs. It's straightforward, and it's a fantastic skill, and which is why I don't get so concerned about facing all those teams, right? I don't really worry much about Roshcard. You know, he puts up all his block damage, and just take away all the block damage. It renders him just any other champion, and it's pretty awesome. And like I said, if you can't get Seer and you can't get a Madame Saris, she's just, you know, magic affinity. You know, you can get lucky with an Ancient Shard to get Hope. She's great. I'm super pleased, and she's so much stronger after the patch. They increased the size of her shield. It's just good stuff. Good stuff all around. I'm very happy with playing and making this champion, who was already pretty good, even better. I'll take a peek at Masteries real quick. You can go a couple different ways with this. I chose to go for more accuracy because I did not finish my my defense the thing that we do when our bastion or whatever. I didn't finish it, so I went for the extra accuracy because I don't have it all built up yet. But you could go another way. You can go extra health, the extra 3,000 hit points for a bigger shield. A bunch of different ways to do it. I chose to go this way, a bit more protection oriented. Kind of protected my my allies. It works. It's fine. More accuracy. It's fine. It's good for arena, I think, because people are so resist heavy. You really need that extra accuracy. Okay, and then artifacts. I have her in a shield set, of course, because why not? You're going to stack her with a big hit point pool anyway. Might as well put a shield set on there so that she starts off right away, able to absorb the nukes if you have a slower team, like I do. I don't have a lot of the speed gear that you see a lot of these people wailing out buying the speed gear. I have not bought a single speed set. My arena teams are pretty slow, so I get by on trying to counter speed as best that I can. One way to do that is try to absorb the nukes with a shield set or multiple shield sets. You do you, but I have one shield set. It's on Hope. It gets me by. All right, so let's see what do we have here. Oh, and as far as the bling goes, I stacked hit points, of course, and then accuracy on the banner. And let's look at the total stats. All right, just coming up on 70,000 hit points. Attack and defense doesn't really matter. Speed 171. I try to get her as fast as I can go, given the gear that I have. Crit and crit damage, not super important for this champion. Resistance is what it is. Accuracy, you just want to get it as high as you can to make sure that you're landing your skills. All right, so let's take a gander into what she can do. Let's first go into dungeons. Now she's not super doesn't add as much utility in dungeons as she does in arena, but it does help, right? So here in Dragons 20, we have those Hordens, right? And the Hordens can do a lot of damage if you don't take care of them somehow. If you don't stun them or freeze them or do something. One thing you can do is block their buffs or take their buffs away with Hope, and so she's actually a really good addition to the team because of that. I'm also running a counterattack team, so she's going to extend that counterattack in here, and that works in Fire Knight too. Like Hope by herself, you don't think that she would contribute very much to Fire Knight, but if you're in like a reflect damage team and you have like Fellhound, you can keep the reflect damage up 100% of the time with Hope. If you have one of those champions that doesn't have reflect damage up, except like every 4 turns or so, you can have it up for that extra turn, which is really, really helpful because especially if you're doing it not manual, if you're just doing it on auto, having Hope in the team to extend the reflect damage, extend counterattacks, whatever, really helps in Fire Knight. So even though she's rated really lowly in Fire Knight, I would actually, depending on team composition, elevate her ratings a bit for that. So it's just a way to think about the champion that maybe you're not accustomed to thinking about, but she really does help in Fire Knight. Let's see, we're coming up on the end. Let's go. What can she do here? She can extend the shields, the duration of the shield. She can extend the durations of counterattacks, extend the duration of your damage up, or extend your defense up. She's awesome. Hope is really good, especially on auto, right? When that extra turn can really help with the timing of how you've set up your attacks and your responses to damage. All right, we'll get through this real quick. Go on, Coldheart, land something big. Of course, it doesn't matter. My entire team could die right now except for Draco Morph would still win because Draco's so good on Dragon. All right, anytime now. Come on, guys. There we go. Okay, so that took 3 minutes. And it looks like she did nothing, right? But really what she did is she made this entire team just work better. It's pretty awesome champion. All right, so let's shut that off. Let's go into something else, shall we? This is... Okay, a team of Madame Saris. You see Roshgard put up his block damage. We have Haikatoon, and we have the Mountain King. Alright, so I absorbed the initial attacks because I had the shield set up, no problem. I have Halberdier in here because I actually tried this with my standard setup and I did not win. So I put a Halberdier in there because he has a nice ignore block damage skill. but he's opposite affinity, so it was a little bit less than ideal. As you can see, I think we get a weak hit here. Yeah, nice weak hit, which is unfortunate, but he does okay against the other champions. And he does get in a nice crit later on, so he redeems himself a bit. Okay, so we got the counterattack up. What's Hope doing? Is she going to do anything yet? I think she already did it. Did she already take off all the block damage? I think she already did it. I might have missed it. Oh well, I can't go back and look now. It's just it's just playing the clip. Anyway, obviously I just switched it to auto now, and they're all gonna die because everyone's dead. So anyway, that's the whole point. Is this champion is just so good against those champions that set up a defense. Here's Duchess with a Rain Beast and a Tyrell and a Painkeeper, a nightmare scenario. But I also have Infernal Baroness in here, and so what you could do is you could start out with a Provoke. That would also prevent Duchess from putting up all her buffs. But I did not do that. I just went with the block buffs instead, and it landed on 2. The Rain Beast and the Tyrell are vulnerable now, which is okay, but I have a double Provoke team. So a lot of times when I am running both Tormund and Infernal Baroness, Infernal Baroness goes first, she's faster than Tormund, I will put her block buffs up first, because her Provoke shuts down all of our other skills for 5 turns. So kind of a pain. Okay, am I not deciding what to do? There we go. Alright, Hope's taking a hit from Rain Beast, but that's okay. She's weak hit in the back. Gonna put the debuffs down. Yep, that's fine. The only Painkeeper is shielded from that. So go ahead, do it. Let's go in order. Come on. Did I miss Hope's turn? She has a pretty decent speed. Why is she not taking a turn? Anytime now. Alright, Hope, what do you... and everything's on cooldown. I guess that's why. I guess you did it all without my noticing. See, not only is she an effective champion, she's also unobtrusive. Alright, you guys are going down. Yep. Let's go. There was no real good debuffs up for me to strip, so I ignored the Holy Storm's skill that time, just in case she lived. I wasn't sure how the time was going to go, so I saved it, but I didn't need to. Alright, and that's it. So that is, let's see, what was her power level? Do I even see? Yeah, so I'm at 109 and they're at 158, and I handled them with ease. So, like I said, Hope is just a really good counter to Duchess. And then, who is this? Oh, that's the same one. Let's go up another one. Okay, so this is Hegemon. Another irritating champion to come up against. Hegemon, Relic Keeper, and Thanassel. So, 3 kind of defensive, 2 defensive champions, 1 control champion, and 1 DPS. Okay, and we will. What are we gonna do, Hope? Okay, we're gonna extend the shields to make sure that we live through the Relic Keeper stack. Wasn't sure how strong he was, so I doubled down on defense first. All right, and there's some. Let's take all that defense down. So I guess the bad part of the Holy Storm is just, even if you have the accuracy up, there's still only 75% chance to hit, so you have 25% chance to miss. So you can get some bad RNG sometimes. Alright, Tormund. Yep, steal that buff. Let's see if we can get Relic Keeper out of here. Once the DPS is down, what are they going to do? It would be this tremendous war of attrition for us to lose now, and I just don't see it happening. So once the Relic Keeper was out there, that was their only real threat. Everything else, the only threat is being bored to death from just being so defensively oriented, and I hate those teams. I really, really do. But like I said, with Hope in there stripping away all the buffs, I don't really have that problem anymore. It's super beneficial. All right, and now it's just Frank, and he is a really well-built Frank. He takes a while to take down, even though my entire team was alive. He hangs on for a while. Oh my gosh. Is this what it was like when the villagers are coming at you with pitchforks? Okay, come on. There we go. Alright, so that took care of Duchess, Roshcard, Hegemon. I could have sworn I had a Krisk in here somewhere. No, let me take that off. Let's see. Nope. 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 No, maybe not. Maybe you don't have a Krisk in here. I definitely fought a Krisk, and I was going to use it here, but don't have it. Well, anyway, guys, Krisk falls by the wayside just like everyone else does. Are you tired of going to Arena and seeing all those Roshcards, Duchesses, Krisks, Hegemons? Just throw Hope in there, man, and my life is so much easier now. I've been plowing through Arena, and it has really not even given me hardly any pause whatsoever. Yes, it's super easy right now. If you've been kicked down into the silver rankings from golds, I was in gold 4 forever. Something happened, I don't know what. And suddenly all the whales were in there, and I got bumped down to silver, and I was stuck there. I could not move. I just did not have I wasn't fast enough. But if you can build up enough shield to live through the initial nukes, and then use Hope to take away all the buffs that they had set up for their defense, life is so much easier. I'm super pleased with Hope. Hope is a fantastic champion. I urge you, if you're having problems in Arena, try out a Hope. You know, if you have one, I'm sure you have one in your vault thinking that she was a crappy champion. She's not. She's amazing. She's awesome. One of my favorites right now. I can't emphasize this enough. I hope this video helped you out in some way and gave you some inspiration to just go out there and give those opponents a shot that you might have avoided before, because once you have Hope in your lineup, things kind of change. Alright, thank you very much. I've been Second Star Right. If you've enjoyed it, throw me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. Comment down below if you've been also having the same experiences with Hope, or if you have a potential problem or a flaw that I missed. Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Join our Discord, all that good stuff, and I will see you next time. You guys take care, have fun, and I'm out.